Once upon a time in a bustling city lived a young woman named Sarah. Unlike many, she wasn't born rich. She wasn't born with any special talents or connections. But what Sarah did have was a dream, a burning desire to one day build her own company and create something that mattered. But like most dreams, hers came wrapped in difficulties. Every morning, Sarah woke up before the sun, eager to chase her dreams. After a day's work at a small cafe where she paid her bills, she returned home exhausted. But instead of resting, she spent her evenings at the kitchen table working on her business ideas. She scribbled, she strategized, and she dreamed big. Her friends, well, they had different dreams. Their days were filled with parties, shopping, and gossip. They didn't understand why Sarah spent her precious free time buried in books and reports. "You're wasting your time, Sarah," they said. "People like us don't get opportunities like that." But Sarah couldn't shake off this feeling inside her that pushed her to keep trying. She believed in one thing: opportunities aren't found, they're created. So she took the plunge. She put everything she had into her new venture. At first, her business didn't take off. In fact, she lost money. She lost hope, and she even lost some of the people who had initially supported her. They disappeared when things got tough, leaving Sarah to face it alone. There were nights when the weight of it all became too much. She would come home from work, stare at her unfinished projects, and burst into tears. She felt like a failure. She whispered to herself, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I can't do this." But every morning when she woke up, she looked at her reflection and saw a woman who wasn't giving up. She saw a woman who was determined to forge her own path. So she dusted herself off, picked up her books, and started over. This time, she worked harder, learned from her setbacks, and refused to let failure be the final chapter of her story. She took on double shifts at the cafe, saved every coin, and poured her energy into her dream once more. Slowly, very slowly, things began to change. Her tiny project started gaining attention. Customers came in, curious and intrigued. Investors took notice, and soon she was standing in front of a crowd, not as a waitress, but as the CEO of her own company. The people who had once laughed at her dreams were now applauding her success. The same friends who had discouraged her were now asking for advice. But through it all, Sarah remained humble. She never forgot those long nights, the tears, the struggles, and the times when she felt like giving up. Because she knew it was those moments, not the easy ones, that had built her strength. As Sarah stood there basking in the glow of her success, she knew it was dedication, resilience, and an unwavering belief in herself that had led her here. It wasn't luck. It was the result of sheer hard work and determination. So if you find yourself in a situation where the path ahead seems impossible, remember Sarah's story. Remember that failure is not the end. It's just a detour on the road to success. Remember that dreams are not given. They are earned. And most importantly, remember that success belongs to those who dare to dream and work tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. Just like Sarah, if you hold on to your dreams, keep moving forward and never, ever quit, you too can turn your impossible dream into reality. And if you like this story, share it with someone who needs a little inspiration today. And, if you haven't already, subscribe for more uplifting tales that will inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and never, ever quit.